Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of What It Do, the story of Jiggy the Poo. Make sure that you click and like the video at the bottom. Make sure you folks subscribe. We're trying to get to 400 subscribers, and it will help a lot if you folks can make sure that you are sub to the channel. And if you are sub to the channel, make sure to hit that bell to become part of the notification squad. It will help tremendously in our YouTube journey to 1,000. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Hey, what it do? I'm Jiggy the Poo. I got a crew, band of the Poo. You know how we do. We wipe out scrubs. We get the dubs. We get the ladies hugs. Okay, so we left off at me being banned off of YouTube for 90 days off of something I had no idea that would get me banned. You know, we had a 90-day ban, have to deal with it. There's nothing that I can do. And that's one of the things that I don't like about YouTube is that, you know, the appeal process, you pretty much go unheard. So I decided to go ahead and swallow the pill and just serve my 90 days. But talking to Big Bad Worm, he told me, he said, hey, Jiggy, man, YouTube is not the only one out there, man. You know, there's a lot of platforms out there. Now, I already heard of Twitch, and I didn't want to go out there because I didn't want to be a true streamer. I wanted to make sure that I wanted to do videos and stream at the same time, but I had no choice. So I decided to, you know, take a look at Twitch. But on the flip side of that, Big Bad Worm told me, hey man, you ever heard of Restream? I said, what's Restream, man? He said, you can stream to all these platforms at one time, man. So your face is all over the place, and you have a chat that's connected, you know, all the platforms that you're streaming to, they're all connected to one chat. So you can just, you know, you can stream to several platforms, get your content out there, and, you know, one chat to deal with. I said, okay. I said, I'll check it out. So I started to, you know, set up my Twitch, and the other platform that we went to at that time was Periscope. Periscope was different. It was different, and that was the first time me actually having to pay to you know, for like streaming purposes. And what I mean by that is I had to pay for transcoding because they wouldn't accept a certain signal I was sending out, like I think 1080p 60, something like that. I needed transcoding, and I had to pay for transcoding through Restream to send out one signal to, you know, those different platforms. So, you know, I'm sending out, you know, I'm doing my stream, and I'm sending, you know, doing Twitch and Periscope. Periscope was kind of different. I had no intentions of like trying to build a humongous audience off of Periscope. But what I was doing was I was saying, hey, if you're watching on Periscope, come to Twitch. If you're watching on Periscope, come to Twitch. You know, I was really pushing the Twitch, man. And at that time, you know, Twitch, man, you get on Twitch at that time, you're all the way at the bottom, man. So I did like probably like 2 weeks of streaming. 2 weeks of streaming on Twitch, and I'm talking about probably 5 days a week for like 4 hours a day, and only ended up with 24 followers, man. And I'm like, man, I said Twitch is a different beast, man. It's like, man, they say they got all the viewers, but where they at though? Where they at though, man? So I didn't have, honestly, I felt I was like wasting my time, man. I'm like, man, I guess my journey's going to end here. But again, my partner in crime, Big Bad Worm, says, hey man, I was looking on the Xbox, man. That's right, on the Xbox. I was looking on the Xbox, and he said, hey man, they got this thing called Mixer, man. And have you checked that out on the Xbox, man? I said, no, I haven't checked out no Mixer thing, man. Well, what is that? He said, it's Microsoft's streaming platform. So they have a live streaming service. And guess what? you can restream on that too. I said, well, hell, why not? Let's go ahead and do it. You know, I'm not losing anything. Let's go ahead and do it. So I hooked up for the first stream on Mixer. For the first stream on Mixer with Restream. I went to Periscope, Twitch, and Mixer. I was gonna go ahead and stream at the time Marvel versus Capcom. I think it was that Infinity Stones or something like that. I forgot what it's called, but it's with the Infinity Gauntlet, the Infinity Stones, Marvel versus Capcom, that didn't do too well. But I decided to stream the story mode. So when I was streaming on through Restream, through those three platforms, Twitch, Periscope, and Mixer. Twitch, of course, I wasn't getting any kind of hits or anything. I'm pretty sure all the big dogs, I was buried underneath the big dogs. And Periscope was dead. It was dead. But I was getting a lot of conversation on the chat through Mixer. A lot of people were talking, hey, what is this? And, just going off on Mixer, I had an audience. And I was sitting there like, wow, I'm actually being discovered on this stream, me streaming, a fighting game that only has a certain amount of people for that type of viewership, for that type of game. I had like 40 people in there. First stream on Mixer, doing through Restream. So people were in there chit-chatting away, asking me all kinds of questions, feeling good. I was getting follow after follow after follow after follow after follow. And I was blown away. I said, am I wasting my time streaming using Restream when I can just be streaming to Mixer and building a community on Mixer? And I'm like, ding, ding, ding. I need to go ahead and stop streaming using Restreaming. I need to stop using Restream and go straight to Mixer. And that's exactly what I did. I met a lot of the Band of the Poo members. That's the name of my community, of course, that you already know. I met a lot of them who are long-term members through my Marvel versus Capcom stream, and they're still here today. They're still here today while I'm on Twitch. So I decided to go ahead and stop streaming on using Restream. I stopped streaming to YouTube. Of course, I was banned. Stopped using Periscope. Stopped streaming to Twitch. I went directly to Mixer, and I felt like a brand new man going straight to Mixer. I felt like a brand new man, and here I am trying to rebuild a whole community. By the end of that stream on Mixer, I accumulated almost 50 follows, off of that one stream. So I was like, this is the place to be, man. What I did the next day was I went ahead and I went to the platform itself on the website on the PC, and I was blown away. I was really blown away. And going to different people's streams and seeing videos and GIFs and all kinds of stuff popping up, I didn't know you could do that. I was blown away. And I went to one of the first guys that I went to. I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to drop his name, but he's known on Mixer for being the Star Wars guy. And if you were on Mixer, you know who I'm referring to. I went to his stream. He as a streamer was very welcoming, very awesome guy. His community was welcoming, and I felt at home. I really felt at home over there. And he had all these types of videos playing, GIFs playing, and I was blown away. I didn't know you can do these kind of things on stream. So, I decided to go ahead and type in his chat, and I asked him a question, and I said, "Hey, how are you doing these videos and GIFs on your stream?" And I felt that he wasn't going to answer, because me coming from like Twitch, I know that people don't answer questions like that. Back then, they didn't answer those type of questions. So I asked him, and he said, "Scorpbot, Firebot, pick your poison." So I finally found out what bot to use that I can actually play GIFs and videos on.